So in terms of the navigation, I made use of the view router. So the way that I organized it was like this. So I have my router folder, and then I have my index, which is right here, and then I made a separate file for the routes. So, and then I imported those routes right over here, and then I added those routes to the view router. Right here, what we see right here, this is part of the navigation guards. So this is a before each navigation guard. So it is doing right here is doing two things. So the first thing is it's keeping me logged in, and then it's also protecting the restricted pages. So it's keeping me logged in with this. This is an auto login action that I'm importing, that I am dispatching from the auth module. So this action, what it does is that every route change, with every route change, the state, the auth state, it's lost. So this since this before each route, since this before each hook fires every time the route changes, the auto login function fires, and if it finds the token in the session, in the local storage, then it resets the auth state, and it hence keeping me logged in. This over here, and this part over here, what I'm doing is I'm checking the two routes. So where I'm going, I'm checking the record of the routes that match where I'm going, and I am looking for, in the meta of the route object, I'm looking for any property name requires auth that is set to the I'm trying to read the value. If there's any property called requires auth, and I'm trying to read the value. So if it's true, then it's going to go in here. If it's not true, that means that there's no requirement of authentication for that route, so I can allow access. Now, if there is a requirement for authentication, then it comes here, and I'll check. And right here, I'm bringing the it's logged in status right here, and then I'm checking right here. If it's not logged in, this route requires authentication, and you're not logged in, so I'm going to redirect you to the portfolio page. Now, if it requires authentication and you are actually logged in, then I'm allowing you access to the page. So we can see that right here. For example, if I try to access the administrator page from here, from the browser, it's gonna redirect me to the home page. Here, the whole website has 5 different pages or views. So it's we have the landing page, the portfolio, the blogs, the login part, and it has also our the 404 page. Like if I try to enter a page that doesn't exist, I have the 404 page there too. And and the resume, in case you someone wants to see the resume too. So the idea that I had about my landing page is that I wanted any potential employer to have immediate access to anything they might need from my website right after they just go to the landing page of my website. So if they need to check out my portfolio, so I have a button here that takes you there. If you just want to check out, let me see the YouTube videos, what he's talking about and all that, it's right there. If they want to check out my I usually post my blogs on, I usually announce my blog posts on Instagram, so anyone from Instagram can just come and have access to my blogs right here. And like if a potential employer just want to see my resume, they can download it from right here. They can view it or download it, or if they want to just contact me, they can email me right here. This is I used mail to hyperlink here to link directly to open the person's email, and they can email me right away. I have my LinkedIn, my GitHub, my Instagram. So that was the idea behind my landing page. I really wanted, to give that a good user experience to anyone coming to my website. So in terms of the portfolio, what I did is that I created a portfolio that you can navigate through just scrolling, or you can use the links, the navigation tab links over here. So the idea was, to have my hero section and a call to action button right here, where you can just a potential employee just come and they can just go ahead and, okay, let me see what he's done. So you have access to projects that I've worked on here. So as you can see, you can check out details about the project. For example, here I have a description of the technologies that I've used, that I used in the projects, maybe some challenges that I faced and how I overcame them. Right here I'm gonna have video, which is what I'm doing now, as you can see, working on the video. And here I decided to, instead of just writing, I decided to use like the icons of the technologies that I used in this project. So here you can just go ahead and view the code directly linking to GitHub, or you can open the website right here. So then I link to my YouTube channel here too. I link to the blog, my blogs here. Here you can see my skills, so I decided to have like a brief description of the fundamentals that I have of each of them. You have my about me section, so it's a little bit more personal. You get to know me, what I like, and my family and all that. So I decided to, instead of here like still use more text, I decided to use like images or icons that tells you some of my hobbies that I have too. And then you have then you get to my hire me section. So here I used ViewLidate for validation. ViewLidate, which is a view library that you can use for validation. I always use it for my forms. And I used email.js to actually make this form work. So you can actually directly email me from here. And I linked to some other contact ways of getting in contact with me. And then the footer. So the next page is actually my blogging page right here. So you get access to you get to see the list of blogs right away. So this right here is being sorted before. So when I'm fetching the data, after I get the data and before I display it here, I sort it to make sure that I always have the latest post here. So you can go ahead and view the post right here. This is actually a child route of the blog's route, and you have a description. So here for this, I used for posting, I used view quill edit. So it's a rich edit that I used. So what I did is so once you type all your content, you can add images, like you have your text, maybe an image, text, image. So all that is converted to HTML, and then I can store that in Firestore. And then in order to display it here, what I do is I am binding the content that I'm receiving with the vbind HTML directive. So another viewer page is my resume. For this, I used an object element to be able to use a viewer to display PDF. And in case, for example, in the mobile view, if we check, like if we're in mobile view and you try to go there, it doesn't allow you. So it doesn't show the actual resume. But what I did is I created like a backup button where you can just go ahead and download the resume from here.